I was dating this really wonderful guy, and we weren't totally serious yet, but it was heading that way until I ruined it. I would occasionally spend the night at his house. He would take me out to dinner and drinks, and then we'd just sit around and chat for a while, and it was great. And then one day I went over there, and instead of taking me out to dinner, he was going to make me dinner, which was really sweet. He wouldn't even let me in the kitchen. I just had to sit there, and I was reading or something until he finished the dinner. And he brought it to me very ceremoniously, and it was awesome. It tasted great. And of course, I was just like, this is awesome. I like this a lot. And so the next morning, he had to leave early and he let me sleep in. And when I got up, I just wanted to thank him for, the nice dinner. So I did up all the dishes and scrubbed his really dirty stove and left him a cute note and said, thank you. I really had a great time last night. And I went home. And I didn't hear from him. And I didn't hear from him. And a week went by and I didn't hear from him. And finally I was just like, okay, I'm just going to text him. And I said, hey, do you mind if I come by again this week? And he's like, sure. So I thought, well, I don't know. I'm going to make him some dinner to make up for whatever I did wrong the last week. So he made me such a great dinner. And I have to tell you, I'm not a very good cook, but I do make great lasagna. So I made a pan of lasagna, got some French bread, bought a pie for dessert, and brought it all over. I was really excited to share this with him since he had shared such a great dinner for me. And he knows I don't cook, so bringing him dinner was kind of like a cool thing. Well, dinner time came around, and he said he wasn't hungry. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I was hungry. I had a piece of the lasagna, and we didn't even talk after that. We just sat there and watched TV. And when I left, I thought, what went wrong? I do not understand. And so I thought about it for a couple of days and I just couldn't figure out what I had done wrong. Or what he had done wrong. I don't know. Something happened. And so finally I called him and I said, hey, what's going on? Why the quietness all of a sudden? And he said, I don't think it's going to work between us. And I'm like, why? What happened? And he said, I can't do anything for you. And I thought about it and I thought, oh my gosh, yeah. And I apologized profusely. And he, accepted my apology and we went out a few more times, but his masculinity had been really wounded. I really hurt him. Now, I know I thought I was doing a nice thing, and you may be thinking, well, geez, you were just trying to be nice. Yes, but if you look at it from his point of view, from a masculine point of view, he was trying to do something nice for me. And I not only told him the first time that he was a slob and needed me to clean up after him, I also told him that I didn't appreciate his food and him taking the time and the effort to make me that great dinner. I said in my actions that I had to bring my own food, that I had to feed him because he wasn't capable of doing that for me. Now, these weren't the only things that ever happened. There had been a lot of things before this that I realized after the fact that he had tried to do things for me and I just didn't let him, basically. Not on purpose, but like this, it was just the way I did things, the way I thought. So when you do things with a man, think really hard about how he's trying to do things for you. Now, we all know as women that we can do for ourselves because we're strong, we are capable, that's what we are. But we need to let our men do for us. We need to let them feel important. And so be very careful when you do things for your man or with your man that you aren't destroying something that he's been trying to do for you. That's my tip for today, because I had to learn the hard way and lost a very wonderful relationship because of it. See you next week.